Hello everyone, welcome to my new channel, Learning with DC24, the best teacher in the world. I'm your host, DC24. Okay, that's enough of DC24. Let's get started with today's lesson. Okay, let's get it started. Now we're doing multiplying and dividing with 10, 100, and 1000, and you can do it with any number that has zeros and zeros. So the first thing we need to do is we have 5.7 times 100. So here we have our decimal point, right? Now the first thing we need to do is just count how many zeros do we have. 1, 2. So where do we start from? We start from the decimal point and we go 1, 2. We put our decimal point here. We write the number 5, 7, but look over here. Here's empty. So remember, what is the number for nothing? Is 0. Okay, so it's going to be 570. If you don't understand, let's do another example. Now, first things first, count how many zeros do we have? Only 1 0. We come to our decimal point and we count 1, and then we stop over here. We write the 9.2. Okay, another example. How many zeros do we have? 1, 2. Where's our decimal point? It's over here, so we count how many times? 1, 2. Where do we stop? Over here. So we put 30.6. Okay, one more time. How many zeros do we have? 1, 2. Where's our decimal point? Over here. We count 1, 2. Okay, so if there isn't any number after the decimal points, we don't need to add, we don't need to put the decimal point. Okay, we don't need to do that. So the answer is 2,467. Okay, so that is for multiplying. Multiplying, we always go where? To the right side. Okay, so multiplying is the right side. Now in dividing is the opposite, so it's got to be the left side. Now, first things first, as usual, count how many numbers, how many zeros do we see? 1, 2. So when this is a whole number, when we don't have a decimal point, the decimal point for a whole number is always going to be over here. Okay, why is that? Because 43 as a decimal is 43.0. 6 as a decimal is 6.0. 7 as a decimal is 7.0. Any number as a decimal is what? Is 0.0. How do we turn 57 to be a decimal? What do we do? 0.0. How do we turn 30 to a decimal? What do we do? 0.0. How do we turn 14 to a decimal? What do we do? Wow, you're a genius. 0.0. Okay, you understand? So now you know where the decimal point for a whole number is right over here. Okay, so how many zeros do we have? 1, 2. Where do we start? From here, and we count 1, 2. We add our decimal point. Now, in the multiplication, remember, there was no number after the decimal. But in division, it will be the opposite. So in multiplication, we don't add the decimal. We don't do that. But in division, we're good to put the 4, 3. Now we can't leave it like this because it wouldn't make any sense. So we have to put a 0. Okay, so when you're going to the left, if the decimal point passes all the numbers and there's no number left, there's no number after the decimal, you're gonna have to add the 0. Now let's get another example. How many zeros do we have? Only 1. Where's our decimal point? Over here we go, 1. Then we add 21.9. Okay, now how many zeros do we have? 1, 2. Where's our decimal point? Over here. So we go 1, 2. Is there any number after the decimal? No, there isn't. So what are we going to add? We're going to add 0, our decimal, 6, 4, 8. Okay? Now the last one, how many zeros do we have? 1, 2, 3. So this is a whole number. So where's our decimal? It's right here. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So be our answer. Our answer will be 2.560. Okay, so that is it. If you do not understand, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you do understand, thank you so much for watching, and please do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.